All right. Welcome. This is Lethal Toad MMA. And what we do is we generally do our fucking picks a little better than last week. Bit of a coin flip for us. And since we've started this, I don't think we've had a week like that. So props to you for generally being sharp with me. That was a really tough one. I also didn't see too many people do so great. But before we get into UFC 321 Abu Dhabi, Tom Aspinall's taking on Ciryl Gane and Gane and taking on fucking Mackenzie Dern. I just want to take a quick moment and recap this shit and talk about some things that have been really upsetting me. So let's go back 2 weeks. Joel Alvarez should have had a first round stoppage, right? That got fucked over. And if you're betting round props on some of these fights, it especially is a sore subject. Dan Mergliana absolutely shit his diaper on live television last week. And I'll tell you this, if it was this week's main event or a big card and we were playing this kind of fuckery, he'd be out of his job. I don't care about his veteranship. He'd get the pill real quick. So really hoping we get a quality check in the UFC. Sometimes, in Dan's defense, he says, oh, he couldn't hear the fucking horn or whatever. Sometimes we don't get the ringside clap. Sometimes more times than not, I should say, the fucking clock is ticking when we've called for an official stoppage. Fighters are calling their own timeouts mid-fight. Can we please get our shit together, you multi-billion-dollar dumb fucks, and let us have some honest, fair play MMA, especially at this stake. So, without further ado, this is my partner, Lethal Hands Collectible. How you doing, brother?
Good, mate. Good. Look, welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining the channel. Thank you, Toad, for having me again, man. Love doing this every week.
You have
like
me.
You said,
this is a collaboration, brother. Thanks for having me too.
Yeah. Last week, I've never felt gutted before. I've always said to everyone that, if you're willing to fucking put in, you have to be willing to walk out. I felt gutted for a couple reasons, not because I've lost, because I've lost before, but I tell you what, we haven't lost in fucking weeks, man. I can't even remember the last time I lost. So losing was a gutty feeling. I did feel like a fighter that got the fucking loss on his record last week, brother. Yeah. So with that being said, I will take the L. I did have a loss last week. Now, a loss doesn't mean I lost money. I actually didn't make my parlays, but I've made it all back on the submission. Yeah. At the very fucking end, right? So,
I got all my payback as well, just on finishes. Didn't we call that too? I said there were so many finishes, Lethal. We keep getting live events where we get finishes, so congrats. What did you get specifically? And I'll tell you mine after.
Okay, what I didn't get specifically was the RDR submission, obviously.
Yeah, nope.
I didn't get Kevin Holland, man. I really thought you, and that we'll talk about that. Okay, because that was another part of the night that I didn't know what the fuck was going on. Okay, so that's another moment that sort of this is why last week's loss was really fucked up to me. It wasn't about the loss, brother. It was why I lost. I lost because in the Holland fight, we're talking umpiring. Take the point, don't take the point. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. Stop the fight, don't stop the fucking fight. You know what I mean? We'll go to the Cole Nelson fight. We go to the Joel Alvarez fight. I've lost money because of these stupid fuckheads, mate. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's not because
I've more so missed like huge parlays because of it. But yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not blaming the fighter. I'm not fucking having a big grudge. I'm not bagging anyone. Fighters do hard shit. I'm just saying as a punter, you fuckers have cost me coin. You've cost me parlays and you've cost me coin. And that's why last week I was fucking pissed off. Not because I lost, because of the way I lost. Because I don't believe I lost. I believe I actually won a lot of those parlays if they actually came through, like the Cole Nelson TKO, which I did have as a fucking parlay. You know what I mean? I had a Kevin Holland finish. Now that didn't happen. right? Now, that fight should have just been stopped. It
That
should have
fight
been
not by
done.
finish fucked me. That fight not by finish fucked me, but I did have Mike by points. Because I told myself Kevin's either going to get a finish or Mike's going to have just synergy and hometown cheering him on. So that's how I did it.
And I will own this. I put every egg in one basket, and this is why I did lose last week. The biggest reason I lost last week wasn't because of the umpires, wasn't because of the fighters, because I, Lethal, put everything on Jasmine. Yeah. I covered everything. Now,
I like that fight by finish. The pick was emotional. The bet was smart.
Yeah, I went the whole village. As you know, I posted it. I bragged about it. But now I'm going to own it. And this is, again, not Jasmine's fault, not Manon's fault. Manon did what she came in to do. Jasmine's not as good as Manon on her feet. She looked a bit slow, actually. I was a bit worried. And I saw the side.
I didn't like this fight on the feet. I liked Jasmine trying to go right away for some heavy pressure. At least side of the octagon, like Blanchfield was able to get her there, but did she do the job? No. So was looking forward to trips, drags, takedown attempts, and the moment you sit there and you get at range and you're fading each other and checking each other and you start to get technical, yeah, I think Manon's got everyone's number just about in the division. But, you know, Jasmine will jump back on the horse. My thing is, she was such a high prop, like 4-1 dog, and then 1,100 for submission. At those props, play it just straight up if you want to play it. Keep it out of your fucking parlays, bro, unless you're going for a long shot. So it's just my opinion. Distance was pretty safe because I thought they really fucking want this. You know what I mean? This is big title implicate, you know. Like, this was it for Jasmine, basically. So
if she won, I was definitely I was talking 4 figures up to 5 or 6.
I was gonna say, yeah, you would have crushed it. Distance pretty much hammered on the night, but the biggest upset was Mike and Holland going the distance. The bet I got fucked over was DeRitter not by finish, but I had the fight not to go to the 5th round. So him quitting on the stool saved my night. If I would have not had that, I would have been down 2 units. I ended up making barely anything, like a quarter unit plus, because of that loss with DeRitter. Parlays were lost. I just truly did not see Allen being better than what I expected to be easily top 5 of the division. So that's all. Good for him, though. Did we give flowers to Allen's first, second rounds? He's generally good until he loses his cardio.
I was about to say, on Allen's side, man, honestly, before even I loved you from the beginning, your submission game, but then you sort of went, and then you had this Marvin Vittori fight, which I didn't really enjoy.
Allen loses position. Allen loses position against guys that aren't even that good. Then you got DeRitter, who's just a fucking problem on the ground. I'm like, surely even if Allen has great moments on the feet, he's going to slip the bag, and DeRitter's going to have the upper hand if this fight goes to the ground. And I was completely wrong. Like, he looked great.
Mate, that fight I was happy to lose because I never expected that. I don't think anyone did. That's losing that's what I call losing a fucking bet. When you actually
just to wrap up that card real quick, the way I look at it is I like to root for Allen, and he kind of like lost me as like a big supporter in his like last few fights, but I was pretty big on his rise, and the way I saw it then, and what really stands out now against DeRitter, because he definitely got to prove himself against some good guys before losing to Allen, so that makes Allen look much better, is I always looked at, dude, that was almost Aaron Jeffrey. I look back at that fight for that contract, and that was a good fucking fight, dude. And I know, you know, Jeffries went on to have all of his success in Bellator and now PFL, but, dude, Jeffrey totally good enough to be in the UFC, and his pressure is a problem. And people can rip on, you know, Torres McKinney, not McKinney, but Torres, yeah, and these guys that just want to grapple. Man, fucking, it's a problem, dude, when you're that good. So, circling back to Kevin, and we'll wrap up, is really disappointed with it, how he looked on the feet versus Mike. I really thought Kevin would be a little smarter than that, a little bit more active, use his range, his sniper. I was thinking about his jab a whole lot, but I don't know, man. He's very hit and miss. Like when he's on, he shows up, he looks phenomenal, and when he's off, he loses the guys you would never expect him to lose to. So he's got a bit to prove to me, but I'm staying away from his fights in terms of distance and shit. I just have no idea anymore.
I literally thought because he was on such a streak, I thought we had the old boy back.
Yeah.
And then I I've made money off the last fights off him. You know what I mean? That's how we won. That's the beginning of our run.
He was starting to get too cocky and active, and he was doing it against a guy who actually works pretty hard at this shit at the end of the day. So I don't know. Kevin's had his time, and he's definitely put in his battles, his years. For now, he should be looking for fun fights, not this bullshit. I don't know.
Now we have the red and green pen for this week's card, brother.
Oh, yeah. Let's get into it. I'm gonna do just a quick clip edit, and then I'll let's see. I'm at 11:40. I'm gonna do stop recording, and then I'm gonna restream.
Yep. Hey, I put the aircon on. It's getting cold now.
Obviously, if you're watching the stream or you're over on MMA Toad, that's my YouTube channel. We upload this video every week to Lethal Toad MMA. Definitely go over there. Like, comment, subscribe, get some activity. The IG account's not really being used, but I know the moment we start to get active with that, Lethal and I can work, do some more art, do some more graphics. Let's post his bets, my bets each week. My lock, his lock. And we'll make some graphics and put some of what we talk about to perspective, because I'm telling you this, to do what he and I have been doing and to have finally a week like that, it makes us feel human to a degree, because we've been literally fucking speaking this shit into existence week after week, whether it's how a fight plays out, money that hits, money that's safe in cases like distance bets especially. You just have to say, like, I'm still up almost 30 units. I'm still almost up 30 units in the last month and a half. Yeah. And that for me would have been a hell of a year. So we are kicking off pretty damn well, and we're coming up on an anniversary. I want to say you and I have been doing this now thereabouts the last 5-6 months maybe.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
6 months.
Yeah, so that's also just in a short period of time. Like, I'd say, does it feel good to have a week that makes you go, damn, I'm human after all?
Mate, I tell you what.
Because Pix isn't, like Lethal was saying, Pix isn't implicating that we're losing money when we get a pick wrong.
No.
Em and I are sure as shit happy with, oh, that guy was such a high underdog in terms of value. He may have not have been my pick, but man, if he wins, I might make some coins. So shit like that, Lethal especially up here has that all day. So I'm excited to hear his underdog pick on 321. I'm going to quit yip-yap, and I'll let you wrap up. And then I'll fire up this restream for the YouTube video. Short and sweet YouTube video, hopefully, that will go fight by fight, and it will be a little cleaner because we're doing it this way. So let's wrap it up. Let's pack one more up, and then we're going to go. We're going to actually stay on course. You get up, do dog stuff. You got to do dog stuff. Don't even say you got to do dog stuff. Just go fucking do dog stuff. We're going to keep this shit rolling and rip through this card, and me and you are going to... You know what I mean? I want to say, let's shoot for an hour. Speed run this. I would love to get more people to get to watch more of the content. And I think if they get to do so, Lethal, the feedback is right now we are making some people other money as well. I got some good feedback today. People are enjoying the show. And I love what we do. I love your work, and hope you guys like mine at times. So let's wrap it up, man, and we'll fuck this one up. I'll let you do whatever you got to do. We'll roll.
mate. Well, I'm all good to go. And all I'm going to say about last week, brother, is I was so cocky that, and like, again, before I said, I haven't lost money because last week I got all my money back. I put in 300, I got 300 back. It's just that plain and simple. What I did lose was my fucking ego last week. That's what I lost. I put that away because I got to a stage when I said to my missus, I went, doesn't matter, sweetheart. It's all good, mate. I said, I'm going to get fucking paid today. And I said, whatever that you go out spending, go and spend it. I said, I'm covered. Mm-hmm. That's at the level I was at. That was a humbling experience. Did I lose money? No. I thought I was going to make $1 million, but I didn't.
Yeah.
So, that's why I was gutted. So, yes, my picks didn't come through money-wise. I'm still fucking pretty much way in front. The missus still can't fucking have a go at me because I'm still way in front. You know what I mean? So, till I start falling right behind, which I won't, and there's not a problem. But, yes, it took the ego out of me. And today, oh, my God, I'm not going emotional. I'm not doing jack shit except fuck all, except making fucking money. That's my goal today. Boom.
Oh, yeah. Well, my goal is to do this, and you know, my main goal is to do this just to celebrate getting through another week and fucking the love of it, but you can't help but enjoy making some little extra stability. Right now I'm going through crazy time. My car just blew up on me this last week, so me having a great week is nice. I already have a parlay rolling between Diego Lopez and Tom Aspinall. One underdog with a favorite. Two of my favorite fighters. Why not? So I got a good couple units at pending for that bet, and I don't even have to place it. It's already rolling. So I have a couple good finish props in parlays on the hook. Round specifics as well this week I think are going to be very good. Yep. So yeah, cheers, man. Let's do it.
Let's do it, brother.
Let me know when you're ready to go.
I'm ready to go.
All right. I feel like I'm gonna let me get some water. I feel like I'm gonna die.